And staying with the increase in petrol prices story, where the Minister of State for Petroleum, Dr. Kachikwu, has told members of the House of Representatives that the federal government had no other option than to increase the price of fuel because of the diminished forex supply in the country, which forced marketers to stop importation and imposed over 90% supply on the NNPC since October 2015. Dr. Kachikwu, who was summoned by the lawmakers, says other factors which he mentioned necessitated the price hike are significant, which is the decline in the government forex exchange revenue and the renewed sabotage and pipeline vandalism in the Niger Delta. The Minister of State for Petroleum, who is still briefing lawmakers, says there is no provision for subsidy in the 2016 appropriation, and as at today, the fuel price of 86 naira 50 kobo gives an estimated subsidy claim of 13.7 naira per litre, which translates to 16.4 billion naira monthly. Therefore, they were left with no option than to liberalize the market. He says the price band has gone into effect and the market has stabilized in a matter of days in terms of product availability. The NNPC will no longer resort to Federation barrels and will endeavor to meet its obligation to pay the FAAC 100% of its entitlements from the 445,000 barrels per day in the coming months. Earlier, there was a rowdy session on the floor of the House before the minister was allowed in.
I'm standing in front of the House of Representatives chamber where federal lawmakers are meeting behind these doors to discuss the federal government's announcement of an increase in the price of fuel. Lawmakers convened earlier today for a special plenary session to discuss the recent developments in the petroleum downstream sector. Now, trouble began when a motion was moved by a federal lawmaker to admit the Minister of State for Petroleum, Dr. Kachikwu, who was invited to brief lawmakers on how and why the federal government arrived at the decision to increase fuel price. But lawmakers from the opposition PDP resisted every move to allow the Minister of State Petroleum to be admitted into the House of Reps chamber. Now, they're still in the closed-door meeting and we'll give you details as we go along. From National Assembly, Linda Akibe, Channels Television News.